Sponsored by War Thunder. You did read that correctly. We are finally doing the Germany guide. It is going to be done in pure vanilla. A lot of you guys have requested this. Pure vanilla simply so that everyone can follow and it works for most people because most people do not play modded. It's going to be compatible for both single and multiplayer since the metas don't really differ too much between both of these. And without much further talk, let's head right into the game and look at the guide. First of all, how I like to start is you just merge your army. You should not touch this army at all day one. That's going to be important in a second. And then we can go into the production tab. So in the production tab, what is important is to have a lot of guns early on. 18 or 17 even is fine. Why do you need so much on guns day one? It is because we want to be rushing Anschluss and we need a lot of guns for that. Which brings me to the focus, by the way. You can do remilitarize the Rhineland immediately. Yeah, so you also want to be applying your MIO on the gun already. This one is pretty good. 2 on support equipment is fine for day one. 1 on RT is fine. We can delete the light tank mills. We can delete the fighter mills. And we can go ahead and put like 6 mills on CAS. Yeah, this is actually perfect because like this you can be buying rubber once from the Dutch East Indies and you have enough that you don't take any production debuffs. We will go for basic machine tools, construction and electronics, and then we will use this one to juggle the basic machine tools. Construction wise, you go for infrastructure in these 4 states, and in my opinion you can go for like 4 civilian factories afterwards. You just build civilian factories so you can take this focus pretty early on, get an extra resource slot, very useful. Then here we take this guy, although it doesn't really matter, and we go for a flame tank. You want to be creating an agency, because agencies are good, and we are going to be doing a lot of collabs, or at least a few collabs. Then you merge your air force, and you start training your air force. You can also merge your navy. Training the navy is a little bit difficult fuel-wise, but we'll train it just a little bit, so that we get enough naval XP to actually make some designs. That is the goal. Otherwise, for day one, we are pretty much fine. Naval-wise, the naval construction doesn't matter that much. I like to just delete the starting submarines. I think this Panzer ship is pretty good to keep, because it's 7,300 IC, which is almost finished, right? 26 days. So no reason to really delete that. And otherwise, we'll just go for a few convoys early on. Let's say 100 or something. And once we have a naval XP, we'll start going ahead and producing some submarines. MIO setups, I'm also gonna do largely day one. Equipment buffs. Okay, and with that, our day one setup is finished, and we can go ahead and start. I'll see you in a second. Okay, now we have 30 days saved up on this research slot. So for those of you that don't know how to tech juggle, is you put the initial tech on something else, you apply the 30 days on the initial tech, and then you save 30 days on this research. Amazing, isn't it? Then research-wise, for now, we can already go for planes, in my opinion, but let's first of all go for this module, the range improvements. To be honest, let's do the range improvements with the range MIO. This is better. Okay, here, agency-wise, I would do form department immediately. I think that's a pretty good click. Remilitarize the Rhineland is done. So before we do Anschluss, we will go for the Führerprinzip, because these clicks need some time to scale. And our first political power click is the army drill guy. Okay, also, as you notice, we just got 5 experience from Rhineland, so we will be creating infantry. I'll already call it last end, because that is what I'm going to use the units for later. You can go ahead and create like 200 of these on like low priority. That is very important. And then we can go ahead. This will give us enough troops to do Anschluss in time, which means we can take all of this juicy Austrian eco. First buy, you put on Paris, in my opinion. The next click you should do here, in my opinion, is passive defense. I think that's good to have early on. Let's also decipher France, Britain for now, and later we can also add the Soviets. Okay, Führerprinzip is done. So the next focus is going to be Reichsleiter Todd, but we are not going to stay on him. But you get an event to hop off of him later, so we'll abuse that. But Todd is very good early on because he gives some safe construction speed, but more importantly, he gives us access to this MIO, and he gives us 3 mills for free, which is pretty nice to have. Okay, next focus, as already teased, is going to be reorganize the Wehrmacht for Anschluss. With our PP right now, by the way, before I forget, take Hijama Schacht. and go for another passive defense click. On this event, it doesn't really matter what you click. We can just go for whole route. Now we just got a research finished for research speed. I think you go for even 4% more, which is maybe a little bit greedy, but I like to have a lot of research speed. Technocracy build. Okay, with reorganized the Wehrmacht done, you now have enough political power to go for war eco. Yeah, and we can go ahead and deploy more of our units. And as you see, it's perfect. We get Anschluss done just in time. Now you can stop queuing up any new units. You don't really need any. And we can do the focus. Now we have range improvements done. So what we'll now go for is the small airframe, improved small airframe, and we will research it with a range focus designer again, and it's done in 1000 days. Amazing. For now, also stop training your navy. We have enough naval XP. Shit, I forgot to edit this to the end. Here, you can take the raiding ship building designer. That one is pretty good. Yeah, it's mainly about showing it off for now, so maybe we'll see Lando. Not sure. Okay, right now we have a new open research slot. So a bit of a problem right now is that you need to go for all of these researches, because one important thing to mention is that Germany, we will do the right side eco path, and you get a bunch of different industry bonuses in here, and it's very important that you use these bonuses smartly to rush Tools 4. So yeah, we need to be making sure that we get down to concentrated 2 as early as possible. Vanilla at the moment in the current checksum is a complete air game. All that really matters is air. So yeah, I want to do the best possible Germany guide in vanilla. You want to be going a lot on air in both multiplayer and single player, air plus inf breaks, and then just battle plan your opponent. It is just simply the best strategy. So yeah, I'll try to stick to that and do that for now. We now have Anschluss finished, so let's go ahead and go for the 4-year plan for now. Yeah, you got Austria, the new Austrian divisions we can just delete. I don't really think they matter. We can also delete all templates. And our new mills can go on a lot of different things, but what we need are trains. We can already go ahead and queue up a little bit of AA. I will put like 5 mills on AA, I think, because we want AA in all of our units, right? Just to be making sure that even if we fight on the red air, which we never should, that we are kind of fine. Yeah, for now this production is good. You can already queue up a bit on support equipment, like 5 maybe in the long term as well. And yeah, that should be good. Then for now, also another thing that we really have to do before I forget about that is that we have to click on the links down below to get yourself a free massive bonus package for War Thunder. War Thunder is the ultimate vehicle combat game and now available for free on PC, consoles and mobile devices. One of the best things about this game is that it doesn't require any extra hardware. You can drive any tank and fly any aircraft with just your mouse and keyboard, or even with just your controller. You can take control of more than 2,500 tanks, planes, helicopters and ships from 10 major nations, spanning from biplanes and armored cars of the 1920s to today's fighter jets and main battle tanks. War Thunder's detailed vehicles, realistic graphics and authentic sound effects put you directly behind the wheels of history's most powerful war machines. Join a global community of over 95 million players in an epic PvP battle and immerse yourself in the world of War Thunder. With tons of high quality content to explore, it's the perfect game for fans of military history and vehicle combat alike. Since I used to struggle a lot with my hardware, one of my favorite things about the game is that it is extremely optimized, so that you can have high FPS and good graphics even on low-end machines. Sign up with the links in the comments or in the video description to secure yourself a massive limited time bonus package for any new or returning PC and console player that has not played the game in over 6 months. This bonus package includes the exclusive vehicle decorator Eagle of Valor, 100,000 silver lions and 7 days of premium, along with other bonuses like multiple premium vehicles. No, I was wrong when I said that you can delete your units. Actually queue up a few more. I think we want like this should be fine. You need like a few hundred divisions, or not a few hundred, but you need like a few divisions to be able to send a lot of units to Spain. We will make all of these last in divisions as well, because we don't need them right now. You can already farm planning, because when you send volunteers to a civil war, you actually keep planning. Yeah, because we want to be grinding our general in Spain, even though for our type of build, it doesn't matter that much. It's still good to have. And I'll decommission most of these units for now. And we can already go ahead and honestly upgrade this unit to what it later needs to be, so that we can send that to Spain. For now, I would like it to be a 36 with unit. We will add anti-air, call it our brick. And yeah, we'll send those to Spain once they're fully trained up. And the Spanish Civil War starts just in this moment. Perfect timing. So we'll go ahead and immediately send our 7 units, which we can actually all send. Perfect. And we'll also make sure that we send some air to the Spanish Civil War. PP-wise, you can for now already go for the Chief of Abwehr. Pretty important because, as said, we need to do some collabs in France. This spy can go on a passive network. You do that by either going here or clicking C. And now our sieve construction is almost finished. We just need 2 more sieves, as you can see, for us to be able to do the focus. Okay, we got construction 1, so this research slot just immediately goes on construction 2. Construction is generally not that important, but having it early on is good. So now we have 2 spies right here. Let's start and go ahead and infiltrate France. Okay, our 7 units arrived. I might have converted them a little bit too late. You don't have to do that in a run. This is just me being bad, okay? Then we'll go ahead and do this. And okay, give me a second because I need to look for who we want to grind. Franz Böhme is always great to grind. And honestly, Paulus is also pretty good to grind. So we'll grind Paulus and Böhme, I guess. Yeah, Paulus and Böhme. Böhme will actually be our main general. And Paulus will be the field marshal. But both should be promoted to field marshal, because then you can assign 1 extra trait, which is very useful. We don't really need these generals for our build, but you want to have at least 1 good field marshal and 1 good general for like special forces like Marines or something. If you want to naval invade the UK, for example. Okay, next focus is done. So with this one, we will go ahead and construct the Reichsautobahn. Pretty good focus. Agency clicks can for now rest for a bit. We don't need to do any right now. We can go ahead and send, what I like to do is send attack bombers, so we can go ahead and merge these air wings. Bam, so we have two full air wings, and then we can go ahead and provide some CAS to Spain. Soon it's going to be Führerprinzip time, so the next Führerprinzip you want to be taking is Hess, in my opinion. Okay, Hess is finished, so the next click will be KDF wagon factories. And by the way, next PP click is Organization TOT. Okay, as you can see, we have the ability to do this focus now. We need 50 civilian factories, we have 53, so we even overbuilt a little bit, but that's fine because the civs are still gonna pay off in the long term. In Spain, before you upgrade your levels, you can go bold attack, you know. This means that you gain some very nice attack on your generals. So Böhme, let's see what a level up he will get in a second. And he got 8 attack. 10 is the maximum, by the way, so 8 attack is already huge. Now with our extra mills, we can just go for more guns for now. Maybe even 2 on artillery, I think, and maybe even a little bit more on trucks. And CAS, like this. Okay, also, doctrine-wise, the main doctrine that you want to be going with is superior firepower with this build. So we'll already select that. Okay, we just got our focus finished. Now, what is very important, not our focus, no, sorry, we didn't just get our focus finished. We have an industry bonus from this focus stone, which we finished quite a while ago. And it's very important that we don't use this bonus on concentrated 2. We will just leave this research slot empty, so that we can use 100% bonus on 2L3, which is very useful. Spend your 1 faction initiative that you have already on becoming a spy master. Bam, gives you 1 extra spy as Germany, which, as you know, we always need. And in 4 days, our collab is finished as well. We can immediately go ahead and queue the next collab up here. Collabs are very expensive, by the way. I know a lot of people think they're not worth it, but if you actually do the math and you actually try it out and test build it, you will see that collabs are amazing and almost always worth it. Okay, we got this focus for research finished, and we also have 30 research days saved up, so we can go for the next tools. Now that we don't have a spare bonus, you can go for concentrated 2 without wasting a bonus. We also get our extra research slot, which is very useful because with that one we can for now already go for rubber processing in theory. But I think I would like to go for the extra research speed for now because technocracy, Tomike type build. Then for now we can go for the extra 2 civilian factories here, or we go for institute price controls. If I had to choose, it is pretty difficult, but I think we'll go for build with them for now. Okay, now we have the event that I was talking about earlier, where we can replace Todd for free. He started his third focus, but he's not going to finish that one because Todd on the third one is actually not that good. So now we will be taking Speer. He's the best economic advisor. Göring is pretty close to him. I think the difference is not too big, but I personally like to go with Speer at the moment. Okay, the Polish agent has over 50%. We can't start a collab yet because all of our other spies are busy, but we can put him on a passive network. Now we can keep building mills. Just for now, you can also build in the 100% slots. We'll have to be kind of careful with how much we build in them later. But for now, just queue up mills in all of 100% slots. Okay, construction 2 got finished. We can already go for construction 3 in theory, but I'm not too big of a fan of it. Some people do it, but I think it's too greedy. For our build specifically, Russian Gun 2 is quite good, so I think we'll go ahead and start doing that already. Then you have an open Führer principle, which you can take, and Goebbels is the last Führer principle, which we will take. Also, important for now, we want to be changing some of our main units to normal infantry bricks already, so that we get enough manpower to eventually be doing Czechoslovakia. You can check how much manpower you're going for, 720k, so we need a few more of the bricks. Okay, here 30. So now we are aiming for 829k manpower, which is enough to do Sudetenland, because that is one of our next focuses. Yeah, now you get this event and you replace Fritz Dot. Okay. Perfect. Yeah. Then for now we can go for autarky effort and institute price controls before we will actually go into Czechoslovakia and annex all of that. Also, you have 100 army XP, so you can take the first sub-doctrine. Very important that you grind sub-doctrines. The first sub-doctrine that you want to be grinding is Ground Assault. Just simply for the reason that operationist doctrines take the longest to grind, so you should take them as early as possible, so that you can then finish them as early as possible. Yeah, we need to buy 1 extra rubber from the Dutch East Indies, and I see we can even go 2 more on CAS with that. That's amazing. Because CAS 1 is already pretty good. Before I forget, you also want to be upgrading your CAS 1 right now. For now, we have a standard template, but we have extra fuel tanks and this, so we can upgrade it and call it basic CAS for now. So now you want to go for Institute Price Control for the next focus. We have enough PP saved up, so you can immediately go limited exports. And we have another 100% bonus, as you see, which we will be using on a concentrated 3 actually. Okay, with Institute Price Control finished, you get all of these decisions, and you can immediately go ahead and press all of them. It doesn't, like some people like to delay them, but it really does make a difference. Okay, then for now we can go ahead and wait a few days, because I want my manpower to be mobilized. Here it is. Then we can go for the Sudetenland. So collab in France was finished, so let's go ahead and make our third and final collab in France. And afterwards we start doing collabs on Poland. Also, before I forget, train up the units in your homeland. You can be perpetually training them, or just perpetually train them, so you can grind some sub-doctrine and army XP even. Okay, next 100% bonus, in my opinion. We could be waiting 172 days, so we can put it on the next tools. I like to just put it on the concentrated, because I think having like a lot of research pre-war is good. Munich Conference, perfect. First Vienna award finished, so now we'll go for Fate of Czechoslovakia. You also do have at this point quite a bit of political power saved up. You don't have to waste it, and with waste it I just mean spend it. But what you can do is you can just immediately go ahead and go for this guy. I think this one is pretty good, even though like he slows compliance speed, but like getting extra output and base and growth is pretty good. Even though, you know, it hurts our stab a bit, but that's not going to be a long-term issue for us. We will not invest in Greece, and also you have the next, or I have at this point enough XP. If you don't have, it doesn't really matter, for the next sub-doctrine click, and it will be assault infantry for us. Also, I like to go for the Reich Marshal at this point. He gives us some production cost. This one is also pretty good, but I think the production cost is very nice. We also keep pushing through with Spain. We won the Spanish Civil War for Spain. Okay, we got improved infantry equipment 1. I think we'll go ahead and immediately rush for infantry equipment 2, to be honest, because the stat difference between each of the guns is pretty big. I think you really want to have that. Okay, for now our third collab in France got finished, by the way, so now we will go ahead and oh, wrong button. We'll put 3 of our spies into Poland, and our 3 spies in Poland 2 of them can already go ahead and create a collaboration government, and the next one can already infiltrate the Netherlands. Actually, no, that is wrong, by the way. You should be infiltrating Belgium, not the Netherlands. That is actually an important difference. Now we can annex all of Czechoslovakia. You want to be annexing all of Czechoslovakia. Important, go on occupied territory and put it on civilian oversight so that our compliance grows and doesn't fall. For the next focus, we can go for the mill construction speed I like to go for, before Memel even. Okay, on this event, just click divert bomber production. You know, getting minus consumer goods is good, so may as well take it. And we don't really need 100 oil bombers. They don't really matter for us. Now we have this focus done, so let's next go for reset Eastern claims. Or reassert Eastern claims, not reset Eastern claims. Also, with PP, we can already go ahead and conscript more people, just so we get enough conscription by war. A lot on guns. I think we should go like 10 on support equipment, to be honest, just to be making sure that we will have enough. And 3 on trains. Because supply is king. You always want to be having enough supply. Let's go for rubber processing already. You go for expanding the Luftwaffe, and then we'll do form the Luftwaffe. Because that gives us engine free upon researching this one, which is very good to have. Expanding the Luftwaffe is done, so now let's form the Jagdwaffe. Yeah, and go even higher on guns for now. I mean, they all don't matter. You can just go for... Let's just go for streamlined deployment. None of these clicks really matter, but it's important that you have some here so that you, in the long term, get some recovery rate and other shit by finishing with sub-doctrines. Right, no. Okay, we now got some of our construction finished, so I think right now is a good time to already go ahead and queue up some of our rubber, because it's April 38, we will need to go for some rubber soon. Okay, first collab on Poland is about to be finished. For now, for the focus, I would go for this, so we already get some refinery construction speed. Okay, we actually got 1 spy captured during the Poland operation, which is fine, because we had 1 spy in the back, so now we can go ahead and prepare the second collab on Poland. Okay, our next focus finished, so we have more to do, huh? Okay, I think for now we can go for the cap. Efficiency gap, pretty nice to have. Growth base, all great things to have. With this research, we now have to go for our air modules. I want to have them in time. Okay, rubber processing about to be finished. Okay, with rubber processing, we'll just keep going down for more rubber processing. With this research, we're going to go for this, and then we're going to have all of our modules, so we can start producing our good fighters in 180 days, which is just in time. Also, at this point, honestly, go ahead and convert more of your units into bricks, because why not? We need them ready for war. Okay, so for now, we have an empty focus again, so let's go for this one even. Already go for some extra rubber. Change your industrial company to... where is it? To the refinery here. Also, you can click develop Ersatzmaterial. Gives minus 5% consumer goods. Okay, with this focus finished as well, we can go ahead and honestly go ahead and start walking down our army tree, I suppose. Okay, oh, and we still have 100k guns in stockpile, so we can make even more brick units out of our current units. Yeah, and the next bottleneck that we are going to be facing is support equipment. Let's make 2 more bricks ready already. And go like 13 on support equipment. Also, before I forget, now that we are building refineries all over the place, you can go ahead and develop Central and Western Germany. These are the important states for now. So we got our next collab on Poland finished, so let's go for the third and last collab on Poland now as well. Yeah, no more rubber trade. You can cancel the rubber trade in general right now. You don't really need that anymore. Okay, we got the Prussian legacy done. Our planes are going to be done in 72 days, so let's do... Honestly, let's go for install Auftrags tactic next already. And before we forget, and before we have to do it all at war, you can already go ahead and hire an infantry advisor. We'll definitely have that one at war. And now you have another 100% bonus for the next rubber processing, but I think we're gonna go for XCAF even. For now, I would like to research field hospitals. We are getting ready for war. We are gonna do it a little bit earlier than historical. You can also do a historical war, you know, there's nothing. This build is not gonna collapse because you do a historical war, but I personally like to not wait all too long for these types of things. And we can also honestly go for a logic company because we will also be needing that one. We have a bunch of guns in stockpile already, which is great. And with the next focus being done right here, let's go ahead and go for, honestly, let's go for Lessons of a Great War and walk down to the gun bonus right there for the gun free rush eventually. So now that we have gun 2 researched, even though this is super expensive and annoying, it's gonna, oh my god, we are building 900 right now a day. So let's see how many we are gonna be building afterwards a day. 260 a day, but it's worth it. Gun 2s have 50% extra soft attack over gun 1s. So yeah, it's good. And we already have 100 efficiency cap on this, which is amazing. I will go ahead and personally rush for gun 3 because I think having gun 3 is very important. And good thing is we already have a pretty big gun stockpile. So in a second, when we get our air, we can swap off that for a little bit. By the way, before I forget to save ourselves some equipment, create like a 2 with cavalry, call it MP like this, and put it into your occupation. Yeah, for now we'll just take field engineering or anti-tank frontline for now. I would want to like to swap that later though, I think. Okay, now we can go for the extra military factory focus here, I think. Okay, and we got our improved small airframe, which means we spawn in this design, which already has a lot of the things that we need. We're not going to do double armor plate in multiplayer. You can do double armor plate. This is for defensive air. But right like this, it's offensive air because you can, you know, contest air zones, which you're going to be trading badly over, but which you still need to contest. So we will be making this, and we'll call it our fighter. Wrong MIO, by the way. We want to be doing with a range-focused aircraft designer. Maybe I researched it with a wrong MIO. I hope not. Okay, so let's go ahead and immediately put a lot on this. Like 50 mils. For now, 30 is good because we don't have the resources yet. But we will eventually have the resources. Next research, I think we will be going for excavation again, because again, rubber is going to be very important for us. We'll also keep going up on the fighter. Okay, next focus done, which is good. 1st of February, I slowly want to be getting ready for war, although I don't want to be doing it too early. But with this build, you can do war at basically any time, which is good. This build is very easy to play. And it's also the strongest build. So let's go for the extra range here. This is a great modifier. And before I forget, we also, even though this is again going to hurt a lot with efficiency, I think we already want to be upgrading our cast design. I like to just go with this cast design. I think this is pretty simple. It's gonna do its job. Okay, and with that we can replace cast. I give it a different icon because I hate when it's all the same icon. Now we have Field Hospitals 1, which is perfect because we want to put them in immediately into our units, which is probably going to put us in a big support equipment deficit. But what we don't actually need in our units are engineers, so I think this is fine. How much support equipment am I in stock for? 1.3k. I think that's also going to be more than enough for logis for now. Let's go for the next Field Hospitals because Field Hospitals are great to have. Okay, we got logis. With this one, I want to go ahead and go for construction free. Let's put in the logic companies as well already. I hope our stockpile is enough. We don't have quite enough support equipment yet, but we will get there eventually. Our third collab on Poland is finished right now, so we can now go ahead and put 2 spies into Netherlands, 2 spies into Belgium, and hopefully be able to do more collabs on them before war starts. So I go for range focus right now. But to be honest, for now, we can go for the naval focus, which might sound a little bit counterintuitive, but this does give marine bonuses, I think. Does it? Wait, am I tripping? Yeah, this gives 1 free special branch. Okay, also train your army to the end right now. I think for the beginning of the war, we'll just use Franz Böhmer as our field marshal. And yeah, you can go ahead and split some of your units into armies of 24 each. Like this. Yeah. So we put 12 units right here, then we put another 12 on Luxembourg. Wait, actually like this, bam. The main army obviously goes to Poland. Then we have 24 units right here. We will draw an attack line right there and there. And then we put 24 more units here and 6 more right here. And I think that's a pretty good day one setup, to be honest. Should be able to battle plan over everything here. And we can go ahead and assign some generals. So first of all, search infantry. And everyone with an infantry leader or infantry officer trait, you can go ahead and apply already. Yeah, and then we put 10 of our troops for now on port garrison, just so the AI like doesn't go ahead and meme us, okay? I already put them into a different theater because eventually, you know, we need to be protecting ourselves against D-Day. So, good thing to already be doing that. Then we can go for the next rubber processing, honestly, because more rubber means more air. Can go ahead and cut some of our trade already, which is fortunate. Okay, and now I think we will be going ahead and doing Danzig already. A little bit earlier than historical, but no, that shouldn't be too much of an issue. And here you can already take some things. What I would like to tank here usually is Smoke and Fire because it gives some breakthrough. And here it does not matter as much. You can honestly take this one for the entrenching speed, I guess. Not that it, you know, does do anything. I think for now we will go ahead and honestly research some Marines so we can do some funny operations with them later. Okay, also we got some EXP, so we have Battlefield Support already pre-selected, and here we just want to be stacking as many ground support modifiers as possible, to be honest, and ground attack is also very important. Yeah, because as much CAS, or like your CAS doing as much as possible is very good. This also gives us air mission efficiency, which is fine, I guess, so we'll take this one for now. Also, we want to be deploying some more of our new fighters. We have 400. Okay, now we can go down a little bit from the support equipment on 10. It's a better number. And go ahead and go for some fuel refining because oil will be a big problem for us. A very big problem. Okay, Danzig War almost done. I forgot to start my last collapse. That's, each of them is going to be 90 days. Yeah, which we will definitely have time to do. Okay, Danzig started. Now we have 600 political power saved up, so we will go for army offense. First of all, we will go ahead and immediately declare war. I don't have to put up my air quite yet. We'll wait a second until we do that. Everything should be set up pretty fine. Go ahead and queue up even more refs because refs are still important, okay? We will wait. And here you take rearmament has always been our goal. You replace Mifo builds with Economy of Conquest. We can do around the Machine already, but I don't think we want to be doing that right now. First focus we should definitely be doing is loyalty to the Führer, which gives 10% efficiency cap, which is huge. So PP clicks at war, total mob. You then want to be clicking Woman in the Workforce. You want to be taking the Reichsminister of Economy next. This one is also pretty good. Yeah, and then with the new dockyards that you will conquer, you can just go ahead and build more light cruisers. It really doesn't matter. It's AI Navy, we'll be able to beat it either way. Yeah, and now let's go ahead and conquer Poland. We'll start battle planning from this side as well. And as you can see, the battle plan is going pretty smoothly. We only took 8k casualties because, you know, we have high width divisions, which don't take a lot of casualties. And with that, Warsaw has fallen. That's great, isn't it? Okay, now we need a lot of extra rubber, which we can't get from the Netherlands, sadly. So yeah, we'll just have to deal with being in a bit of a rubber deficit for now. I'll just go 40 on air, you know, because we just can't afford more right now. We'll be able to afford more as our production, or like as our civs keep going up. So now let's go ahead and prepare for the war with the Benelux already. First of all, we'll just do Netherlands. So honestly, since this is single player, what we can do is we can honestly also go ahead and conquer our allies. Not our allies, but some of other countries which would be pretty beneficial for us, like Hungary. We'll do that in a second though, not right now. But I do think I want to be doing that, to be honest. Okay. just because we need the resources to go as high on air as possible. In multiplayer, you could just trade with them to contest like the UK air, but I don't want to be giving my factories to the AI, really. Our rubber production is scaling up very well, and Switzerland wants to do a deal with them, with us. Their factories will fuel our war machine is the best click here. It gives us 10 cap, 5 growth. This is so overpowered, dude. Paradox is so silly. Like, we have 120 efficiency cap on our gun line right now. Okay, in 80 days, our collabs are finished on Benelux, and then we will go ahead and attack them as well. As said, I want to be eventually conquering Hungary as well. On Norway and Denmark, I will do like the collaboration government. You get like an event for that, but I would really like to have Hungarian aluminum, to be honest, for air. And they also have 38 rubber, you know, which is great to have. Okay, let's go for the gun free rush. So next click can be around the Maginot, because our collabs are finished in only 35 days. Perfect. Okay, now that around the Maginot is finished, we can go ahead and wait our last 9 days till the collapse is finished. I don't want to be going in too early, just to, you know, not mess up the collapse. Anyways, before we do that, we should go for the 5 extra cap, because it's just so ridiculous how strong the German mills are, honestly. Okay, we got more rubber, more free rubber, so let's put more on planes as well, and buy more alu from Hungary for now. And let's keep building even more rubber refs. Okay, let's go ahead and already contest the UK air here. Yeah, we can trade them down very fast. UK air isn't really a match. Okay, then for this now, I would like to go for some oil processing, because I think fuel, you know, will be a big issue. I already said that. But yeah, okay, our collabs on the Benelux are finished, so let's go ahead and declare our wars on them. We almost have 50% intel as well on the Kingdom of Hungary. So yeah, we can just keep going through this for now. Yeah, the AI isn't really able to do anything against you, just battle planning. If you were playing this in sheep mods, by the way, in sheep mod, once it's updated, you will probably have a little bit more of a struggle, just battle planning the AI, but you just have to stick to it and just keep trying to battle plan them, because eventually you will be breaking through. This build takes way less casualties than the enemy, or that is at least the idea, especially if you cast them, so yeah. If you do that, you should be fine. So we will already go ahead and put up some cast for the Benelux invasion. Not Benelux invasion, but Belgium invasion right now. Yeah, and go ahead. France did a little excursion here, but we can just push them back. Yep, Belgium capitulated. And now these 24 units should be enough to roll for France. I don't want to be putting up too many units, because that might fuck over our supply. Here we can get some extra mill construction speed, which is great for focus. Let's trade more alu with them right here, and start our collab on Hungary. Okay, as you can see, 24 units are doing their job pretty well. Yeah, we now got the Calais airport, which means we can put up cast everywhere. Also, let me cover that with fighters. 60 on air. I'm not gonna go much higher on air in this game. I go like 30 or 40 on CAS. In multiplayer, you would have to keep going with your air, kind of, but we're not playing multiplayer. So, research-wise, let's go for the next concentrated. And as fuel refining is being finished, we already have a pretty good daily fuel gain. I can now go ahead and justify in Hungary, actually. How long is the collab gonna take? It's still gonna be taking a little bit, so we're not gonna go for that yet. And we are already gonna go ahead and infiltrate the Soviet Union. And we got Luxembourg as well. And you can now go ahead and always plunder the economy of territories that you occupied right here, to make our consumer goods go down. And we will also do that. You shouldn't do it. You shouldn't overdo it. But you should try to stick to the minimum, which is 10% consumer goods. So we'll do it from time to time. Yeah, like this. We are at 10%, so we can go ahead and build a few more refs. I'm going to finish these few more refs so that we can afford our expansion on CAS. And afterwards, we'll go for more mills. Okay, the AI is putting a lot of troops into this right here. Before I forget, let's go ahead and put some air up. Because air is completely busted. Like, oh my god. Like, CAS is in single player, not only in single player, in multiplayer as well. And In pure vanilla, in general, CAS is way too strong. It's a air checksum, okay? I think we will do Operation Weserübung for now. Okay, now we got more oil, so let's get more fuel as well. I'm gonna go even higher on CAS, just so we make sure that we have enough CAS. For now, let's gather our fighters. You can do that by, you know, looking it up here in the air wings. And we'll put them all into Calais, and we'll try to force to trade the UK Air Force a little bit, because I don't want them to annoy me with stupid shit. Yeah, look, we are trading. Oh my god. These trades are, yeah, are going quite well for us. We can't do the entirety of Weserübung yet, but we'll already go here and take over Denmark. So now we will go for improve for motorized troops. And we'll go ahead and declare war on Denmark. You get this decision, which I personally kind of like. We'll just get a Danish puppet. You know, we get the butter front, which gives us some extra supply. So I like to take it, which is also why I don't do collapse on Denmark. We have our Marines researched already. So what I'm now going to be doing is creating my Marine divisions, which I would really like to have. We'll do Mountaineer Marines. The goal has to be 50% amphibious attack. Yeah, let's go ahead and do elevate the Mountaineers. Here we can go to snow attack. Mountaineer combat with. Our collab on Hungary is finished in 50 days. So now we have enough intel on the Soviets to go ahead and do collabs on them as well. I mean, it is very annoying as Germany that you have to keep doing collabs over and over and over again, but, you know, that's life. Okay, now we can do these two focuses to get the 50% for inf equipment. So we get our guns free a little faster. Also, at this point, we have 500,000 guns in stockpile. Which is going to cause some issues, because we do not have the manpower for this type of stockpile. Yeah, anyways. So let's go ahead and build some flame tanks, by the way, while we're at it. You can, I mean, you can really go overboard with it. You can make it as expensive as you want, because we do have a shit ton of IC left in multiplayer. I mean, right now you would wanna be building even more. Wait, this is not fast enough, or what? What's the issue? Oh, we don't have army XP. Okay. Yeah, in multiplayer you would wanna be building even. Oh my god. No, I could have kept this upgrade, yeah. So in multiplayer, you would want to be building even more air. Just be building, you know, you can't really go overboard with building air in multiplayer, because if you do have like enough 30 whiffs and like a bunch of air, you basically have a free win. Okay, and our collab on Hungary is going to be finished in 20 days, so I already justified war goal. It's going to be done in 10 days. Now we can... I'll declare war once the collab is finished. Okay, the collab is finished, so we'll declare war, and we'll just go ahead and kill them. Did they join the allies? Yeah, they did. Sadly, no peace deal for us, but a little bit more of army XP. We already have important doctrines here. The important sub-doctrines for us are already grinded through. The other ones, I don't really care about too much. And we get Hungary. Let's go. So this way we have our own aluminum, our own rubber. And we're just independent in virtually all resources, which, you know, is good. What you want to be building mills in the east in the multiplayer and single player typically, just, you know, in Poland, just because the allies have a harder time bombing Poland, which is quite good. Now we have 50% research bonus on our infantry, so let's infantry equipment, I mean, so let's apply that one. Also, before I forget it, let's actually cancel this one so we can go for this on our CAS. And on our fighter MIO, you have this one now, so you can get some extra cap or gain. But I personally like the modular assembly, which just gives -5 production cost more. Let's go ahead and go for the extra support company doctrines. Okay, also let's do the rest of the air doctrines. I think I would be favoring this one because it also reduces our fuel consumption. Okay, I hope Italy doesn't need us to save him in Greece. We can go ahead and kill Yugo, to be honest, as well. Okay, as you can see, our mill eco is growing quite nicely. We are already at 220 mils. This is another advantage of the infantry build, by the way. Like, tank builds suffer so much from army XP starvation. No, we don't really need war with Greece. Let's go for senior officers. Here it gives us some orc and other shit. Some nice bonuses. So the war with Yugo is ending. We have an independent state of Croatia who wants to join our faction, which they can. Okay, they're doing some shenanigans up here, so let's just get some units there as well. And just like that, we got Yugoslavia, which, you know, is Ah, yeah, Bulgarians can have their land. I have no problem with that. Which is a few factories, which is good. Good to have. Okay, before I forget, so that you don't run into any issues later, already set up port defenses for your entire DDR wall, because, you know, dealing with like annoying allied invasions during the war is not fun. In multiplayer, like, you could obviously have allies defend this, but otherwise you can also just put normal infantry, you know. Large infantry divisions are good at garrisoning shit, so don't really have to worry too much about that. Let's already also go ahead and like queue up as many marines as we can. We can for now go for 21 marines, which is fine. And also go for the next landing crafts. And here we can go for more division orc. On our marines, we also want to be adding more of the important shit. Recon rangers are good. Field hospitals are good. And assault engineers are also good. But we don't want to be using assault engineers. We want to be using... we want to be using pioneers once we can. Yep. Let's go. Pioneers. So we are currently at 31% amphibious attack, but the next pioneer upgrade is going to give us another 15%, so the current design is fine. We will take it. We can go for these ones already, because here in the end you can get 5 attack, 5 defense, which is useful. I mean, obviously you're going to take a little bit though, until you get there. Okay, here we want to get more ground attack factor, so you want to be taking battlefield air interdictions. What I really want to do is I want to be creating some, if possible, some navs. Oh shit, we won't have engine 3 for these. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna we're just gonna build shit, like, not shit, but like bad navs for now. We'll do like this. It's like a cast nav. I mean, these barely add any IC, even though like they don't increase our nav bombing either. Yeah, I'm gonna call it the nav bomb, and I think when we'll go ahead and pump out a bunch of these, just so that I can later go and bomb the British Navy a little bit. Right here we have more advisors which you can take, by the way. I don't think any one of them are too important right now. The commando guy is pretty good for us to have. And now that I think about it, the recovery guy is also good. And honestly, it's just to make sure that we actually do get some grind of our sub-doctrine. Let's deploy all of our air and just train it up for now, because sub-doctrines are very good and especially very important to have at BAP. Okay, I mean, our air force is already pretty big for now. We'll go ahead and put it here, and we'll just go ahead and train it. Italy naval invasion. Okay, that's not good. Yeah, we want to have these 37 obviously in here. I need to be building more bricks as well soon. Okay, 1 army of marines is honestly perfect. And we will need to go up conscription law. Let's go for German army invincible. Did we get our collab on the Soviets finished? Yep, we did. So we can go ahead and start doing the second collab on the Soviets. Also here on these ones, I think you also want to be putting in the Recon Rangers, because look at the stats that they give. They give us 15% snow attack, 20% snow defense, which is very good. Some forest attack, you know, mountain defense, plane attack, while also like costing barely anything. So I think this is a great thing to go for. Yeah, we'll already deploy these and train them up. Okay, I'm gonna go higher on guns. Landing aircraft done, perfect. Our next research here can be all of these passive tags up here, just to get some bonus stats. Okay, we are putting more units into our coastal defense right here. We can also assign a general to the coastal defense. If he's overstacked, like, it doesn't matter too much. Okay, these 24, we are gonna separate. We don't actually need 24 to beat Norway, so we'll separate 10 of these to go ahead and plan the invasion onto Norway. We'll do it with 2 each. We don't need them fully trained up either. This is just a quick operation where we go in, capture the leader, and go out. Okay. So let's go for the Swiss Gold focus next. Wait, what is my fleet doing? Why are they on patrol? I don't like that at all. Okay, put the fleet on always engage and never repair, by the way, before you engage anything. I think here Hermann Böhm is pretty good, because he gives cruiser captain, which means that all of the cruisers that we have been building are more useful, and we can get some shit on our destroyers, and even try to get some more naval AA. We get more oil efficiency, which means we still only are building 6k fuel a day with this. but it's all fine. Okay, we have gun-free researched, which is amazing. So we can go ahead and swap and get even more stats. The Norway invasion might be a little bit late now. You can also do it earlier. You don't have to wait this long. I just wanted to wait this long because I wanted to have my Marines first. But you can just go earlier as well. Doesn't change the process really. Okay, we have to wait till we get supremacy here, which shouldn't be too hard. Yep. Just go ahead and force attack. Usually you get an event for Norway, I think. Maybe we don't get it. Yeah, maybe we have to conquer all of Norway. That would be a bit annoying, but shouldn't take too long either. Okay, I'm gonna get all of my special forces into here. We have a shit ton of guns in stockpile probably, right? 600k, yeah. Invest at this point. There's not much to invest into. We can go into more cast, to be honest. Yeah, perfect. And then let's separate a few units here. We'll do it like this, so that the general is not overstacked anymore. We'll make this army pink and put it onto the Norwegian ports. Okay, then we prepare our D-Day army eventually already. We'll put them onto Switzerland to farm planning and we'll train them up. And once they are ready, we can go ahead and take them over. Okay, what do we do next? Is the question. War with the USSR would be a 70-day focus, and it is June, so it is time for us to go to war with Russia. So we'll go ahead, take our entire main army there, 120 troops. That is gonna be enough to kill Russia, I think. And more will probably strain our supply, more than anything. Okay, the Brits wanna be raiding us, that is completely fine with me. Okay, anyways, let's go ahead and build up some airports at Barp already. To be honest, I know that this would not be good in multiplayer, but in single player, you can honestly apply your cast to the front. How's our air doctrines looking, by the way? Oh yeah, pretty good, pretty good. We actually got a lot of shit done here already. Okay. Anyways, I will be applying some of my cast to my actual armies on the Barb front, just because I don't want to be macroing Barb manually during this. If your enemy puts up air on Barb, you know, in the real game, macro it manually. You will be playing on free speed, hopefully, so you should have plenty of time. With that, we are more or less ready to go ahead with our war on Russia. Yeah, I'm gonna ignore Greece for now. Like, we have our Marines ready in case this becomes something serious. But I'm gonna let the Italian AI handle it. I'm sure I'm not gonna come to regret that later. Honestly, we can move these 56 there as well. Yeah, we'll be overstacking the last gen, or we're making the first gen of army. Yeah, I think it's not worth it to put them into a separate army because then we don't get the stats of his field marshal, who's pretty strong. Okay, we might be attacking like a little bit late. Should have probably attacked a little bit earlier, but oh my god, look at what the AI is doing. Okay, it's good that I don't have to micro that though. This speeds up the process quite a bit. Oh, we get war goals against any communist nation. Cool. Okay. Anyways, we'll go ahead and declare, and you can just go ahead and watch what happens. So if you look at the casualties, our casualties are going up a lot, but their casualties are also going up a lot. Their casualties are going up on a faster rate than our casualties are going up. Okay, let's go for the next field hospitals. Honestly, before we do last concentrated, let's even do lodges. So this all goes a little bit smoother. Romania's not in. Let me call them. Okay, perfect. I mean, as you can see, this is like a very brain-dead strategy, but hey, it works. So what are we gonna say? Okay, how are the casualties looking for now? 1 million versus 250k, yep. And it's October, obviously it's gonna be hitting winter soon, but that's fine. By the time it's gonna be hitting winter, they are hopefully pretty cooked already. Okay, as the battle plan is going, make sure you have some units some units set to right here. Like this, so that they can't snake over Crimea and try to kill you. Would be very good. Yeah, and then for now we can, and honestly, right now we have most things done. Let's approach autarky achieved. Okay, resource slot, you can just go for night vision. I mean, at this point, it doesn't really matter. Our stats are more than enough to take care of any AI division, which we could be possibly facing. Okay, it's December, but we are not going to stop battle planning in winter, obviously. Yeah, we'll just keep going, and we'll keep walking. Yeah, you could take care of economy of conquest right here as well. By the way, this is our eco for now. We are at 350 mils. Let's go ahead and start doing collabs on the UK, actually. Just, you know, so we get that done as well. We've done 2 collabs on Russia. I don't think we're gonna get the third one done. They're gonna be dead before the third one kicks in. So we'll go ahead and prepare our collabs on the UK. Yeah, focus. You can do more of these focuses here to get ready for autarky achieved eventually. Yeah, and like that, the battle plan keeps going. And I mean, our gun stockpile is. We're never gonna run out of guns, really. Only thing that can happen, that we can run out of, is manpower. Also, upgrade the law again. And you can reintegrate Luxembourg, I guess. Yeah, we also have a lot of spare things again, so let's just go up on fighters. We are producing quite a lot of fighters a day. Oh my god! Oh my god, I completely forgot to turn on the missions. I completely forgot to turn on the missions, this is my bad. Okay, this was actually slowing us down so much. Okay, we need to DQ some of our units because we just don't have the manpower right now. Like the Russia war is eating a lot of manpower. We have taken 800k casualties, they take 2.5 million, so it's not gonna be much. This war is not gonna last much longer. Okay, we are actually running out of rubber, so let's go a little bit low on this again. That was stupid from me to go high on that. I mean, there's not much to produce, so let's just go even higher on guns, huh? And like that, they are very close to capping now. So yeah, you can just keep battle planning. I mean, at this point, there's not going to be much resistance left. Also, like, see some gold reserves from time to time if you see that, like, the consumer goods are getting way too high. But right now, we don't have to seize much because we are... Okay, wait, actually, let's stop the Tower Creek. Let's keep going for autarky. By the way, right now, you can proclaim the new order, which is gonna make our country have a whole, like, a way cooler color. Like, with the XP that we've gathered by now, you can go for some of the doctrine clicks here, Mountaineers. And then Amphibious, obviously, on our Marines, this way, perfect. And, yeah, I'll still finish the Russia campaign before doing D-Day. I don't want to be doing it both at once. Yeah, we got the war with the Soviets finished. Perfect. We demand everything. We get everything. And we confirm an exit. And like this, our eco is quite good. Quite good, huh? I hope we have all of the resources for autarky. Oh my god, we are just missing tungsten. Wait, where do I get tungsten from? Let's go ahead and annex Sweden. Okay, and we can finally rename the states to Hindenburg and Ludendorff. Okay, and now I move these troops all out of here. Bum. Because we just want our 24 Mountaineers to be in here right now. And we'll go ahead and start planning the big attack. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can plan 12. Okay, we can only plan this much actually. So we'll just go there. I hope these are both fighters. Yeah. Okay, the UK has some coastal forts, not enough that we have to bomb them out though. If they had more, we would have to build some bombers and just bomb them out, which wouldn't be much of an issue either. Okay, let's get our navs, which we probably built quite a few off by now. Yeah, we have way over 1k nav. Okay, we'll use our navs to go ahead and strike the English Channel navy-wise. Because they do have shit in here, do they? Yeah, they do have shit in here. But not a lot for now. Is the UK air contesting me? Yeah, they're contesting me with air. But they don't have much air, so... Yeah, also before I forget, we should have upgraded our CAS quite a bit ago. I forgot about this, but you guys won't forget about that. Yep, like this. Okay, and with all of this, the UK put their fleet off of the English Channel, so we'll go ahead and... Oh my god, we have a huge fleet now. Wait, is our fleet as big as the UK fleet? Probably not, but... No, not even remotely as big as the UK fleet, but it's big enough. Yeah, I mean, their fleet right there is big, but I don't think it's gonna be big enough to beat us. So I'll start putting my fleet on patrol in there. And we have complete naval supremacy. Okay, so now it's free speed. I'm gonna take a quick save, and then we can go ahead and launch Operation Sea Lion. Let's go ahead and invade, and yeah, and hopefully kill them. So how is the invasion going? And our CAS is obviously doing everything because CAS is overpowered as fuck. And we're able to land. GG. And yeah, now we are able to probably just kill them here because, again, look at the battle. CAS is doing way more damage a second than it should be doing. So now we can keep pushing, and we got it all encircled here. Perfect. Like, most of the army is gone in this, or is gonna be gone in this in a second. Bum, bum, bum. Yep. Great. I mean, we can pull over some units as reinforcements. We'll get like another 24 units, a contingent of like 24 units. Also, let me train up these ones again. Yeah, we'll get these ones with an imp leader, and we'll get them to reinforce all of this. Okay, and then once our troops are lined up, we go ahead and battle plan and just take this part of the front over as well. Very cool. Manchester taken. Leeds taken, everything taken. This war actually completely finished. Italy. Yeah, Italy is still fighting strong in Greece. Okay. I guess that's historical Italy experience. Right, with London captured, we should be garrisoning this as well. We want to be getting our 24 Marines ready to just keep island hopping. Yeah, we will prepare an invasion on Iceland. I think Greenland might be a little bit of a stretch to immediately go there. Okay, our naval invasion on Iceland, in the meanwhile, also went ahead, and surprise, surprise, it landed. And Iceland has capitulated. So from here, it is maybe a little bit daring, but I would like to take over Newfoundland, to be honest. Yeah, we'll just land all across Newfoundland. I think that should be the perfect base for the actual US invasion then. Okay, let's take over this little island real quick. And while we're at it, build the shit out of this island, build everything up. Okay. And now we are able to launch the real invasion. We'll just land in New England in the beginning. We'll expand further later. But first of all, we'll go for all of the important cities. Yeah, like this. Okay, we're going to be moving 90 troops over, which is going to probably eat up all of our convoys. But I really hope that we can get supremacy here. How many ships is there? Yeah, it's not that many ships. Wait, why do they... Oh my god, why do they not have range? Thanks. Oh no, look at this naval supply. That is not good. Come on, speed. I need this. This naval invasion is so homeless. Come on, come on. Yes. Let's go. And just like that, we can go ahead and launch the hopefully last naval invasion. Okay, force attack this, so you take Washington for sure. And our Marines will just quickly have a task of like, okay, I'm gonna go like a little bit low in speed. Our Marines will have the quick task to just unite all of the fronts here so that I can just like frontline my infantry normally without being it being like any cancer. Okay, Washington invasion is landing in a second. Although they have a shit ton of units on Washington, but obviously it is still gonna fall, I think. Yeah. Should still be falling. Oh my god, no, the invasion got cancelled. GG, okay. That's fine. Yeah, we got one big invasion here, so what we can now do is these units here, bam, we prepared them, right? So we can go ahead and put them in small stacks onto the mainland, bam, like this. Yeah, perfect. We have some strong armies here. Okay, and now we can take our infleeters and just chill the fuck out. Actually, we don't have infleeters left. Okay, we will grind infleeters here again, okay? We'll grind. The entire army will be full of infleeters in the end. Okay. Yeah, we'll be going ahead, getting all of them into here. We have some fighters and cars here, right? Yeah. I will go ahead and add some of these into like all of this. Okay, and then we go ahead and 5-speed forward a bit and just see what happens. Okay, I'm also gonna unify my fleet again, just because I don't want to lose it in some stupid accident. And we'll keep doing this now. Okay, and the United States, yeah, they shouldn't be able to survive this for long. Like this, we had the fall of Washington. It's gonna be the fall of Ottawa in a second. Okay, oh my god, the plane area is actually pretty good. It doesn't overstack airports. I'm positively surprised. I mean, the US army should be pretty dead by now, no? Yeah, 2 million men. It's nothing. Okay, we can also already go scraping the barrel. I mean, we can essentially build as many units as we want right now. See, maybe Las Vegas will cap them. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We're just a few tiles away from LA anyways. Let's give it a day or two. The United States have capitulated and Chile is now major. You've got to be fucking kidding me. Okay, anyways, we could from now on just like go ahead and like capture anything we want. And this is our real eco. Yeah, I think there's not much point in going on right here. I feel like we have done all of the important things. At this point, you can conquer anything you want throughout the entire globe. If you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe. Thank you all for watching. Goodbye. And a huge thank you to War Thunder for sponsoring this video. Remember to click the links in the description or comment section to secure yourself a limited time bonus package.